Hi, Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. We're looking at sugaring forecasting and trying to get a handle on just what might be coming in terms of temperature and how the season will be setting up here for starting this March. So in this 5-day incremental chunks here, this is the climate forecast system version 2, which is coming to its own as some accuracy, but I wouldn't trust it completely. But you can get kind of an idea and a trend for sure. So the latest trend is that for the first, really about the next couple of weeks of March, we see temperatures running below normal. Now with this, let me get back to that. So this period here is through about the 7th of March, and then this jumps to about the 10th of March. This is a 5-day chunk. So the first part of March, at least the first maybe week and a half, we're looking, this is through the 12th of March. We can see a warm-up starting to ensue, and then temperatures going way above normal. This is the thing I'm worried about now with temperatures, if anything, really shortening our season. And we're seeing this in March with this very warm temperature stretch that really through the period roughly from about the 12th through the 17th, and then the middle part of March, and then we see that continuing. And then eventually, as we get into the end of March toward the 27th, 30th, we still are above normal. And looks like things get a little bit more complicated as some cooling will take place beyond that, but then we're right back into warmer weather. So the overall trend for March, this is the way the balance is here. We're setting up for basically warmer than normal conditions. Despite the fact that the Arctic oscillation occasionally will dip negative, it's just being overpowered by a phenomenally weird El Nino. This season is just defying a lot of other things going on. But the one thing for sure is that the combination of climate change, I think, warm sea surface temperatures, certainly both in the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean, and El Nino southern oscillation, strong El Nino conditions continue to really have major effects across the entire country. This is kind of an El Nino look with colder than normal temperatures in the southern tier areas. Again, this is kind of common with an El Nino. But what ends up typically happening is you have a kind of a breakdown about this time of the year with an El Nino. We're just not seeing that. So interesting flux that's taking place, and that's with the Arctic oscillation going both positive and negative. It's been averaging this winter a little bit more on the positive side, making a lot of this sudden stratospheric warming event and whatnot really not affecting things quite as much. So this is the way things are setting up currently. So my advice to folks that are sugaring is get all your taps in and try to milk the rest of it. Again, just cutting back to the chase here, you can see that the first 5 days here, week and a half or so of March is going to be actually below normal with a lot less sap runs. But then things do kick in, and the hope is we can continue to have nights that go below minimums here. But man, I got to tell you, it's looking a little bit scary around the corner here as we get into the mid part of the month, and the end of the month looks a little bit better. But the temperatures stay above normal even going into April. Here's the total 45 days, and this is really now through the 14th of April. So you can see we're running about 2 to 3 degrees above normal. For the month of March, this is the average here, running about, again, 1 to 3 degrees above normal. And then April, look at that. April is going to be warm, and that's when we dry out. We won't have any snow on the ground. And boy, I'm afraid that things are going to shut off early for a very crappy sugaring season, unfortunately. Again, total 45 days out, the overall balance above normal. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.